In this video, I'm going to share one of the most common entry-level jobs people tell screenwriters to take: a production assistant or a PA. And why, if you're trying to be a writer, this is actually one of the worst moves you can make. Instead, I'm going to reveal the jobs you should look for in place of a production assistant. Now, you know how everyone says, just get your foot in the door? Yeah, well, sometimes that door slams on your foot and you're left limping through Hollywood with a walkie-talkie and a car sheet. Now, before someone jumps in the comments and like, but my cousin's friend's barber's roommate started as a PA and now he's writing for Netflix. Yes, that does happen, but it's rare. So, what is a production assistant? It's basically Hollywood's way of saying, congratulations, you now get to do everything nobody else wants to do. You run errands, you'll get coffee, you get screamed at by the assistant director. It happened to me. And then you'll get blamed for not having enough vegan oat milk on set. Being a production assistant, it's not a job that's directly related to writing. Being a PA can trap you. You get boxed in. I know because it happened to me. Once you do a few gigs as a production assistant, people start calling you for more production assistant gigs. That's all they see you as. You could have screenwriter tattooed across your forehead, and people will still be like, hey, we need someone to pick up the director's dry cleaning. Are you available? You become the reliable PA because from their point of view, you're great at what you do. But what you do is not writing, and that's a problem. When does it make sense to become a production assistant? Okay, if you want to be a director, producer, cinematographer, great, be a PA. That's how you learn the production side, make contacts, and eventually move up. If you're chasing a career as a writer, the production assistant's path is so far away from the writing process that you'll forget screenwriting even exists. The closest you get to a script is when someone hands you one to go make photocopies. So, what should you do instead? Become a writer's assistant. A writer's assistant job is basically you're the right-hand man to the writing staff of a TV show. It's a behind-the-scenes job that helps a writer's room run smoothly. You'll sit in the writer's room, you're taking notes as the staff brainstorm story ideas. As a writer's assistant, you learn more about writing for TV in 1 week than you would spending 5 years being a set PA. You will hear real writers break story, argue over character arc, and make creative decisions. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Getting a job as a writer's assistant in a writer's room is hard. If you can't get into the writer's room, look for script production assistant opportunities or a script PA. A script PA is responsible for assisting the script supervisor on set. The things you'll be working on are keeping track of continuity, making sure actors say their lines correctly and scenes match up, and nothing breaks the story logic. This is super critical for the viewer's immersion because if the viewer notices something is out of place, it can pull them out of the experience. Being a script PA is not a writing job, but you're working with the script all day. You're thinking about story structure, dialogue, and character motivation. The best way to land a job as a script PA is to shadow a script supervisor. Find your local indie production and speak with the director and let him or her know your passion for screenwriting. Now, I get it. Sometimes the only door that's open is a production assistant door. Yes, there are production assistant success stories out there, but for every one success story, there are thousands of PAs who've been working for years and never made it past coffee duty. I'm not saying it's impossible, just improbable. Hollywood loves to sell a dream, but it's up to you to decide if that dream makes sense for your career goals. I did a whole bunch of production gigs early on. Some were fun, some were miserable, but every time I noticed something. No one cared that I was a writer. No one did. They only cared that I could move fast and take the right Starbucks order. And that's the lesson. The more time you spend doing non-writing work, the harder it becomes for people to see you as a writer. So, if you're serious about writing, protect that identity. Make sure every move you make points you back to writing. Skip the set production assistant path. Find your way into a writer's room or shadow a script supervisor and network with people who actually write scripts. Because the last thing you want is to spend years running errands on someone else's movie while your own screenplay collects dust. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you've ever been trapped and production assistance hell. To continue your journey as a screenwriter, make sure you head to my website, stratword.com, to enjoy what you do best, writing. Fade out.
Brainstorm, break it down, make a dream, create a scene with Stratword.